Have you ever spent 45 minutes scrolling through Netflix, watching absolutely nothing until you're too tired to care anymore? Or maybe you know that specific anxiety of driving around a crowded parking lot, wondering if you should take the spot you just saw, even though it's a hike from the entrance, or risk driving closer, hoping for a miracle, but potentially ending up with nothing. If you have, I have good news. You aren't indecisive. And this isn't a personality flaw. You are simply facing a computational problem with limited resources. Welcome to The Last Read, Books for Your Ears, Wisdom for Your Life. I'm your host, and today we are decoding the hidden mathematics of daily life with a summary of the fascinating book, Algorithms to Live by Brian Christian and Tom Griffiths. The core premise of this book is audacious but brilliant. The authors, a unique duo composed of a poet-programmer and a cognitive scientist, argue that the problems we face as humans are mathematically identical to the problems computer scientists have been solving for decades. We deal with finite time, limited space, and incomplete information. So why not use the code that runs our machines to run our lives? Let's start with that Netflix struggle, or the dating dilemma. Computer scientists call this optimal stopping. When you are looking for a house, a partner, or a parking spot, you face a universal fear. If you settle too early, you might miss out on something better. But if you look too long, the best options might disappear. The book offers a precise, proven solution, the 37% rule. The math says you should spend the first 37% of your search time, or the first 37% of candidates, purely gathering data. Look, evaluate, but do not commit. You are setting a baseline. But the moment that phase is over, you must jump on the very next option that is better than everything you've seen so far. Whether you're dating or parking, this algorithm mathematically maximizes your probability of the best outcome. It gives you permission to stop looking.
But what about the smaller choices, like where to eat tonight? This brings us to the explore versus exploit trade-off. Let's say you have a favorite burger joint. Going there is exploiting, using known data to guarantee a good result. But there's a new fusion place across town. Going there is exploring, risking a bad meal to gather new data. The algorithm for this depends entirely on your time horizon. If you just moved to a new city, you should explore like crazy. Even a bad meal is valuable data for the next 10 years. But if it's your last night in town, go to the burger joint. Exploit what you know. This actually explains the arc of human life. Babies put everything in their mouths because they are pure exploration machines with a long future. The elderly stick to their favorite routines because they are rationally exploiting their knowledge to enjoy the time they have left. Now let's look at your workspace. Do you feel guilty about your messy desk? Don't. The authors explained that organizing, sorting, and filing is computationally expensive. Sometimes a messy pile is actually the most efficient system. It utilizes something called caching and the least recently used rule. The papers you need most often naturally float to the top of the pile, effectively creating a high-speed cache of your most critical data. The stuff at the bottom? You probably don't need it anyway. However, while a messy desk is fine, a messy mind is dangerous. In computer science, when a system tries to run too many programs at once, it enters a state called thrashing. The computer spends all its energy switching between tasks and zero energy actually doing them. This is exactly what happens to us when we multitask. The cost of context switching is a productivity killer.
The solution? When you feel overwhelmed, stop prioritizing. Don't try to figure out the best strategic move. Just go first in, first out. Do the first task in front of you, finish it, and then move to the next. Simplicity stops the thrashing. This leads to a profound idea called overfitting. In data science, if a model is too complex, if it tries to account for every single variable, it fails when the future doesn't perfectly match the past. The same happens to our anxiety. When we overthink a decision, trying to factor in every possible what-if, we create a fragile mental model. The math suggests that in a complex, uncertain world, you should actually think less. Simple rules are more robust than perfect plans. And finally, we can use these concepts to be better friends through computational kindness. When you text a friend, "When do you want to grab dinner?" you think you're being polite, but actually, you've just handed them a difficult computational search problem. They have to scan their calendar, check their energy levels, and weigh all options. A computationally kind friend reduces the processing load. Instead, ask, dinner Tuesday at 7 or Wednesday at 6? You've turned a complex search into a simple yes-no verification. It's efficient and it's considerate. Ultimately, algorithms to live by isn't about becoming a cold calculating robot. It's about forgiveness. It shows us that even supercomputers can't solve every scheduling conflict perfectly. The math suggests that good enough is often the only rational target. So stop agonizing over the perfect choice. Trust the algorithm, forgive yourself for being human, and maybe just take that parking spot. If you enjoyed this deep dive, hit that subscribe button so you never miss a chapter. Thanks for listening to The Last Read, and until next time, happy computing.